How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome to Crime Opera, The Butterfly Effect. So, I was reached out on Twitter a month ago, and I'm so sorry that it's taken me this long to get around to playing this, but a month ago I was reached out on Twitter by Crime Opera Studios, probably the head developer or whoever, reached out to me and asked if I'd be willing to help spread awareness of this visual novel. And I'm totally down for that. I love being able to help out with indie games such as this. I do know that many visual novels get made nowadays. It's becoming more of a well-known genre of game. And I don't get a lot of requests for this, but I do accept most. And the last one I accepted was like 2 years ago. So definitely time to try out another smaller visual novel created by a very small group of people. But who knows, this could be a masterpiece that not a lot of people have come across. And there's only one way to find out, and that's by checking it out. So my way of spreading awareness of a game like this is to actually do a playthrough. However, I'm a busy boy and unfortunately do not have the time that I can set aside to do a full-on playthrough of this. I did say that I'd be willing to record an episode or two of this and just see what it's about. Personally, I am interested, and I might play the rest of it on my own, who knows? But I think the end goal here is, if it's interesting to you guys should definitely pick it up for yourselves. It's only $10, and it's over on itch.io and not Steam due to Steam being kind of stupid, I guess you can say. There was some controversy behind this game actually being allowed on Steam, even so it meets the guidelines. It got a little weird, but we're not going to touch up on that. If the game does seem interesting to you, there will be a link in the description if you'd like to go check it out. Again, it's only $10, but let's go ahead and jump in and let's see what this game has to offer. So thank you for downloading Crime Opera. Well, you're very welcome. How do I go to the next page here? Oh, there we go. To save your state, please right-click to bring up the main menu. For those wanting a quicker save route, there's a quick save feature appearing at the bottom right. Well, thank you. So you can either read it straight through as a kinetic novel, or you can choose to read it with the addition of choices and alternative routes to shed more light on the world surrounding the characters. Well, I am totally interested in the visual novel aspect. I think a game like this that can give you options is pretty dang cool. A lot of games that have choices and therefore routes usually have a true ending of sorts, and they're allowing you to just go right ahead and do that. Just no choices, you read through, it's like a book, but with imagery, and have a good time with it. But visual novel, now I don't play a lot of games that's got those choices that really, shift things around. I don't know why I struggle with that. Now they do have a really cool opening. I love visual novel openings that actually have some thought put into them. This actually makes me wish I didn't completely turn it down, because the music in this opening is actually pretty neat. But it's probably a good thing that I turned it down, because even so it's an opening specifically for this visual novel, you never know with YouTube. You never know with those automatic copyright claims. An Italian-American crime family from New Jersey. See the criminal underworld. Good old dirty-ass New Jersey. Or maybe it was specifically Detroit. I'm not sure. Maybe I should be paying attention to the family members here. That'd probably be a good idea. I do like the designs. I like the art style. That kid right there kind of reminds me of the main character from Bastard, which was I'm gonna call it a Korean manga, but I know that's not what it is. I forgot the actual terminology that you're supposed to use there. With a supporting cast of 13 other characters. I already like that guy, specifically because of his mustache. I don't know what his personality is. It might actually suck, but at least he has that mustache. I hate that lady because of her face. I hate this guy because of his scars. I don't have an opinion. I don't like this guy. He seems overweight. That's actually a terrible reason to hate somebody. I'm so sorry. I'm being toxic. That guy's got suspenders. You don't see a lot of those anymore. You really don't. It's a style that seems to be dying. Video by, well, who knows? I didn't have an opportunity to really look at it. Man, I really wish I'd just shut up and listen to this very pretty music though. Like, it's very nice. Maybe if I can remember to, I'll link the trailer, or not the trailer, the opening. Because I know that's up on YouTube. That's what I watched before I jumped into this when I was asked if I could play through this. And thank you again to Crime Opera Studios for giving me the opportunity. I'm sure they reached out to other smaller YouTubers as well. That was a very strange transition. I'm sure they reached out to a lot of different people in order to try and just spread awareness, which is a good thing. It's a lot different when it comes to smaller games and visual novels, and really anything. You gotta kind of spread it through word of mouth and kind of reach out to those that are most accessible. But anyways, let's actually jump in here. It's weird. It feels almost like the waves are throwing the wind directly at my face. Just as the water begins to topple over itself, I feel the soft breeze get cooler and stronger as it reaches my skin. It's like the waves are alive, reaching out to say hello. I know, that's such a childish thought, and I'm glad my parents can't read my mind, because if they could, they would scold me for sure. They'd pull out the paddle and show me what for. They remind me all the time now that I'm not such a little kid anymore. I'm 12. Wow. Yeah. When you're 12, you're the true adult. I'm 12 whole years old. I have to start thinking like a grown-up. I guess to be fair, we all had those moments when we were growing up where we felt like, ah man, responsibility, maturity, definitely have to change my attitude. In a few short months, I'll finally be a teenager, and as I've been told, I have to start setting an example for my younger brothers and sisters. Still, it's hard to shake the feeling that the waves are trying really hard to tell me something, and maybe I'm just not listening hard enough. Mom always tells me that I never listen when I'm supposed to, but it isn't my fault that I have more important things to think about most of the time. She says that's the reason I never properly learned to speak Italian, which is the language that my dad speaks all the time. Mom speaks it sometimes too, but not as often. I think it's because Dad always makes fun of her accent. They tried to teach me when I was littler, but it was too hard. It wasn't at all because I didn't pay attention. It sounds really stupid anyway. I don't know why people bother to try and learn it in the first place. Maybe it's because people live in a country where Italian is their natural language. It's always good to really carry on a language. You only really need to know one language anyway. And here in America, most people only speak English. That's false. At least in California. I know, I'm constantly being reminded that I could have a great career in translation when I'm older, but that isn't what I want to do at all. Mom has always said that I can be anything I want, as long as I work really hard for it. I listen when she tells me that, at least. I don't have to listen to her all the time to know how things are though. Sometimes I just know things, like how her and Dad don't get along very well anymore. In fact, I can barely remember a time when they ever did get along well. I know it all has something to do with my dad's work. He doesn't let me know anything about his job, and Mom gets really angry at him whenever I ask him about it. She doesn't say anything to him in an angry way. She just gets this weird look on her face and leaves the room. That's when you know she's really angry. She doesn't yell very much when she's mad. Not the way Dad does anyway. He gets really loud and likes to throw things. Now that I'm older, he likes to hit me when I'm being bad. That's not a good thing to do. It really isn't. But hey, it's the Mafia, or whatever. The only time Mom ever yells is when he does that. She doesn't think I'm old enough to get hit yet. You should never get hit. That's not right. I don't think he should ever be able to hit me. That's a good thing to think about. I don't think I'm a really bad kid either. Now hold on. Not bad enough that I should get big punishments like that, at least. I always hated being spanked when I was little, but being hit in the face with a fist hurts a lot more. Now I miss being spanked. Okay, a spanking is completely understandable for a child. When you're an adult, a spanking's a little bit more sexual, but that's besides the point. Being fucking punched in the face by your family because you did something wrong is a little extreme. Actually, it's very extreme. It doesn't seem fair just because I'm the oldest daughter. I get much worse punishments than my younger sister does. But then again, my younger brothers have been belted a few times because they're boys, and I would probably hate that even more. I've gotten belted one time. That shit hurts. Mom doesn't like when he does that to them either. I think she would stop him if she was strong like he is. She tries to stop him as best she can by yelling at him and putting herself between Dad and me, or between him and my brothers. It always ends the same though. We still get punished, and then Mom and Dad fight for the rest of the night. I wonder why things always get harder when you get older. When I was littler, I always wanted to grow up fast so that I could have my own stuff, go wherever I wanted, and do whatever I felt like doing. Now that I am older, I don't like it as much as I thought I would, and it looks like it'll only get harder as I grow up even more. It's okay though. The waves don't need to hear about my problems or worries right now. Everyone has their share of troubles to deal with. That's what they're trying to tell me. Well, I can't do character voices, so, you know, just for your guys' information, you're not going to be getting that voice acting, at least from me. I'm sorry. Isn't it such a peaceful sound? My grandma surprises me from behind. I wonder how long she's been watching me, or was it the waves she was watching? Yeah. This is the best place to clear one's head when they need to. Is that what you're doing here, Shauna? I don't know why the characters kind of blink in and out like that. It's kind of strange, very weird. I don't know. I'm just watching. I don't like talking to Grandma very much. I never have. There's something really weird about her. I can never really figure out what it is. I can never find the words I want to use when she's around. It's just weird. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to say hello and tell you that your cousins have arrived as well. Yay, more characters. No, I didn't forget. Today is our summer family get-together and everyone is coming here for dinner. I never cared much for these kinds of things. They're never all that fun for me. My cousins aren't very close in age to me, so we aren't really friends. Plus, it isn't such a special occasion to me either. I mean, I see my cousins all the time. My dad and my uncle are very close. They even work together, and are co-partners in their business. The business I'm not allowed to know anything about. That's why our families are always having visits and dinners together. Grandma is still looking at me. I haven't answered her yet. Hi. That's all she wanted to hear, right? What else can I really say other than... When you're done watching the waves, I'm sure your aunt and uncle would like to say hello to you too. She wanders off towards the house, and I'm left by myself again. Grandma has this weird way of talking. Sometimes she sounds like she's making a suggestion when she's really just giving you an order. Now is one of those times, I think. I think it's kind of just, a hint. Like, they give you that suggestion, but they're really wanting you to do it. I hate feeling cornered like that, but I feel like she ruined my train of thought anyway. I may as well head back to the house. Xander, he seems like a very angry man. Shauna, there you are. Hi, Dad. Oh, okay, well, I guess that explains everything. No wonder he's angry. Come and say hello to your aunt and uncle. There she is, getting more beautiful with each passing day. And so big. Hi. I don't have anything else to say. They make me feel shy saying things like that. What the fuck? She's 12 years old? No fucking way. I really like my aunt and uncle. I just realized, I'm like, wait a minute, this character's 12? What the fuck? I wish my dad was more like Uncle Gerald, or Gerald, excuse me. I don't think Uncle Gerald hits his kids, but he does have that fucking mustache. My Aunt Alice is a strict person, and she's always really serious. I don't think she's a bad person, though. Her and my mom get along pretty well, too. You're going to be quite the heartbreaker, young missy. In fact, I suspect you already have boys falling for you left and right. Is that true? No, I say with a smiling face. God damn it. I almost yelled it. Partly out of embarrassment, but also partly because of the look of my dad's face. Oh yeah, you know, Papa's here. The reason he looks so mad now is because there is a boy. His name is Gavin. He's my friend. My dad doesn't like him though, and he says he's worthless and poor, and my dad yells at him every time he comes around our house. That never seems to stop Gavin though. Most nights he climbs up to the side of our house and crawls through my window so that we can talk for a few hours. My dad has never caught him doing that yet. It sounds like some of the shit you'd see in King of the Hill. Still, I worry what would happen if he ever did. Oh, I'm sure they're all just intimidated by your charming good looks and humble Italian upbringing. Pretty soon, though, they'll all be swarming you like wasps. Yes, well, nothing like a little pest control to end the summer off with. Man, shut up, Dad. Ha! Leave it to your old man to rein in on your parade, eh? Oh, wait. Nope, that's the aunt. Kids, come say hello to your cousin. Saved. Thanks to Aunt Alice's quick thinking. Oh, I thought the visual novel was saved. That'd be cool. Ah, Kevin, hello. How are you, Shauna? Oh, wait, there's another person here. I didn't notice. How are you, Shauna? I'm fine, how are you? I'm good, thank you. It all feels so fake. When our parents are watching, this is how we're expected to act around each other, proper and polite. Izzy is pretty new at it, since she's only 7 years old. She's just a few months older than my sister Amy. Kevin is older than I am. He's 15 and practically a grown-up now. I'm glad we're going with English names and everything, but I am going to forget everybody's name like extremely fast. I am really bad at remembering names. It's weird to think that in 3 more years, the other kids will be looking up to me in the same way, like I'm a grown-up. Molly, what the fuck? Shauna, why don't you and your cousins go on inside the house to see your brothers? I hadn't even noticed my mom standing there. Not until she started talking, I mean. Where else would she be, though? Now that I think about it, where is Maya? Maya is another one of my cousins, and she's just a baby. She's only 2. I look around, but I don't see her anywhere. They must have gotten a sitter for her tonight. Maybe she was acting up or something. I shrug to myself and lead my cousins inside the house towards the playroom. Ah, now this is a fucking house. We make our way through the short hallways of my house, and the sounds of my younger brother's voices get louder with each step we take. I can just imagine what will happen when we get there. I'll be left standing in my corner, not having much to do or say. My brothers will fight with one another, over the new race car track they just got, and my cousins will watch stupidly from the side, hoping for a chance to try it out. You know, I honestly miss those days where a lot of family would just come over, and there'd be a lot of kids. You know, we'd all be kids. A lot of my brothers, sisters, cousins, whatever the fuck, family of my age or around my age, we'd all be kids, and we'd just be chilling the fuck out. But it's like now when we hang out, we're so distant, and usually we're not all there either. And if we are, we're on our phones. It kind of sucks, you know? Life used to be so much simpler when we were younger, I'm telling you. I'll stay for a few minutes, but when no one is watching, I'll slip away to my room. That's a beautiful fucking house. Ronnie, you aren't doing it right, idiot. Oh hey, look, it's the character from Bastard. Birdie. Yeah, that's what his name was. It's my turn. I can do it how I wanna. You're just gonna mess it all up again. Nuh-uh. Stop fighting, you two. Kevin and Izzy are here, and they get a turn too. Oh, hi. It's still my turn. I get the same old typical reactions from both of them. Ronnie is 10 and Birdie is only 8. Okay, well, they actually look their ages here. Ronnie is a lot more mature than Birdie, but you wouldn't know it by the way they argue all the time. I find them equally annoying. At the same time, though, I feel like Birdie has been acting really weird for the last while. He used to scream and yell and cry to get his way whenever he could. Lately, though, he doesn't do any of that. He's just very persistent. Or, is persistent the right word? I thought we'd be going straight into the word, my bad. I don't know. He's so sure of himself. He just gets this kind of look in his eyes. That staring, look he's giving right now. He's probably just growing up and becoming his own person. I guess I'm only making a big deal out of it because the change seems so sudden. He is still young, so he had to start changing at some point. Anyways, I guess that's my brothers for you, an odd pair as my mom calls them. It's fine, I don't need a turn. I'm not very interested in race cars, and Izzy is probably too young to be playing with those things. I am not. Yes, you are. Well, fuck, I guess I am too young. You're not the boss of me, I'm a big girl. Fine, go ask Mom and Dad if you're so sure. But I didn't say I wanted to turn, just that I could if I wanted to. Yeah, huh. Izzy is just like I was at 7 years old, always quick to prove that she's adult enough to do whatever she likes, Someday she'll know what I know, that growing up is harder and harder all the time. I almost want to tell her that now, but I'm sure she wouldn't listen to me even if I did. Some things you just have to wait for in order to really understand. I feel weird leaving the room right now, since Kevin and Izzy aren't going to play with the cars. There's no chance that they won't notice I'm gone either. I'm not really sure what I should do. Shauna, do you know where Amy is? Oh, I had almost forgotten about her. Where the heck is that crazy 6-year-old? Man, we got everybody of all ages. Izzy and Amy are always playing with each other because they're almost the same age. I hadn't expected her to be in here with my brothers, but I figured we would have seen her on our way here. Or, at the very least, heard her. I guess she's in her room or something. I'm gonna go check, eh? Okay, I'll go with you. Aha, an escape. When Izzy and Amy start playing, I can move on out to my bedroom. It's the perfect plan. Why do you want to be in your room so bad? Like, what do you have to do there? God, I'm bored. Yeah, you're gonna be bored in your room too. As soon as we get up the stairs, we run into Amy in the hallway. Izzy. There you are. God damn, they're so short that the text box can, like, pretty much covers them up. Have fun. I move away without any problem. They don't even notice me as I leave. Yeah, so what the fuck are we gonna do in here? Alone at last. I flop onto my comfy bed and shut my eyes for a few seconds. I can't stay up here forever, but it'll be okay for a little while. Wondering what I should do now that I'm free of everyone else, I open my eyes and... Ugh, the fuck? Hi. Whoa! Haha, I scared you. Gavin, what are you doing here? I was bored. You know what my dad will do? Oh, okay, this is the fucking boyfriend. You know what my dad will do if he catches you going through my window? How'd you even get in here with them sitting out in the backyard? Huh? Oh, I guess I've been waiting here for a while. No one was back there when I first came in. This is bad. How are you going to leave without them noticing? I don't know. I guess you're stuck with me for the night. Haha. Yeah, funny shit, Gavin. I'm on to you. He doesn't scare easily, but he has never been hit by my dad before either. If he had, he'd be shaking in his socks right now. This is really bad. I need to come up with a plan for him to get out of here before my parents see him. You worry too much. Goddamn, excuse me. No one is gonna catch me. That's what you said the last time you got caught wandering around our house. That was before you told me he was hurting you. It wasn't such a big deal for me back then. Besides, he's never caught me sneaking into your room before. There's a first time for everything. Well, that's something I hear my parents say all the time. I don't know if it's true, or if it's just some silly figure of speech, but it makes me worry anyway. Whatever, so tell me the rest of the story. The rest of what story? The one about your last dance competition. Oops, I forgot. The last time Gavin was here, I was telling him about the dance competition I almost won last week. My parents started arguing really loudly, so Gavin left before I could finish telling him about it. I can't remember where I left off, though. Where did I leave off? Clarissa tripped and fell in the middle of her routine. So did you win? Oh yeah, no. I mean, she did fall, but the teacher still let her win. Even though I never made any mistakes, I still lost somehow. Damn, that's some garbage right there. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know. My dad got real angry and started yelling at the teacher and was asking what I did wrong that I only came in second place. He did? Yeah, it was embarrassing. I could have just died. My dad is a proud person, and status means a lot to him, even though he doesn't treat us all as well as he could at home, He doesn't let other people put us down or disrespect us in any way. I used to be okay with it, because it felt like he really cared about me, but now I'm old enough to know it's all just about appearances and the way it makes him look. Haha, sounds like it. He really screamed at her in front of everybody? My instructor is a boy, but yes, in front of everyone. Her teacher is a guy? Yes. What, he's gonna be fucking jealous because of that? That's weird. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's classy. He'd be a true gentleman if he didn't hate me so much. Boys don't dance. A gentleman does. No, ballet is only for girls. Nuh-uh. It is not. It is too. He must have the mind of a girl or something if he does that. Gavin is gonna die first. Gavin can be so stupid sometimes. I hate fighting with him over things like this, but he needs to learn. He needs to know what it is like to be a true gentleman. The only reason my dad doesn't like him is because he doesn't think he has what it takes to be one. I always wonder what it would take to make my dad like him. Maybe for him to have a fucking open-ass mind. If I could someday get Gavin to act like a mature gentleman, maybe Dad would let him come to the house sometimes. You're so immature. Am not. And anyway, why does the teacher hate you so much? I don't know. I try to think back. I don't think I've ever done anything wrong during my recitals, but I do remember a bunch of times when my dad yelled at the teacher for not paying enough attention to me. God damn, tripping over my words, not used to talking this much. It isn't my fault, god damn, but the teacher probably doesn't like me because of my father. Who cares? He's just a mean person, that's all. And a girly man too, whatever. So immature. I roll my eyes at him and make a long breathing noise. I do that a lot when I talk to him. I can't help it, it just happens automatically. I need to try and stop doing that though. I'm starting to think he likes it too much. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, I should have won. Well, if it were a real competition, you probably would have. Yeah, that's true. I have one next month. Good. My stomach is feeling kind of weird right now. I'm worried about how I'm going to get him out of here. The best chance will be when dinner is ready. He can slip out when we're all seated at the dinner table in the kitchen. I keep thinking about it while we talk about stupid stuff. He doesn't look worried. He's never worried. Just then, I hear my mom's voice call out. Kids, dinner's ready. Out of time. It's hard to enjoy talking with Gavin when I keep thinking my dad will burst through the door at any moment. I wish I was allowed to have him stay here. Well, time for me to go. My dad is barbecuing, so you can't go out the way you came in. So I'll wait till he goes inside. He'll be going in and out until all the food's done. So I'll wait. I wish I could be so sure. I guess there's nothing I can do but trust him. It's so hard not being in control of things. Make sure you wait at least 10 minutes. Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay, bye. Fuck Gavin. I start to move towards my door, but I'm still not feeling any better about it. Maybe it's partly because I wish he would stay. I want him to leave. Fuck this guy. He usually doesn't come to see me until it's dark out. Since he was here early today, I'll have to wait extra long before seeing him again next time. Whenever that ends up being. Dinner was pretty boring. Maybe it's because my mind was somewhere else. I really don't think so, though. I always find these dinners to be boring. The parents talk, but they don't talk about anything interesting. Even though my dad and uncle work together, they never mention anything about it when they're around the rest of the family. When everyone finishes, I run back to my room, hoping no one notices me. I'd rather go back to the beach, but there's no reason to risk getting in trouble over it if they can't find me later on. Tonight of all nights, I just want the day to end peacefully. I'm so tired. Not my body, but my mind. My mind feels like it just wants to rest. As tired as I am, sleep doesn't come to me as quickly as I'd hoped. Maybe my body needs to get tired too. I feel like sleep is just within my grasp, but I don't know how to take that final step into it. I'm only half awake when I hear everyone saying their goodbyes at the front door. Only now does it occur to me that Grandma is staying here for the night, and she'll be sleeping in my room. I guess it's the couch for me tonight. Darn. That did it. I'm wide awake again. Shauna! My dad calls from the front hall. He sounds really angry. I guess our company is gone now, except for Grandma. I can hear him stomping up the stairs towards my room. I knew there was no way to keep this night peaceful. Bam. The door crashes open and he appears in the doorway. Young lady, you have some explaining to do. That was extremely rude of you to disappear to your room all night without even having the courtesy to come and say goodbye to our guests. Sorry, I'm tired. That's no excuse for such deliberate discourtesy. We've raised you better than that. I'm really sorry. He looks hard and long at me. His eyes tear into mine, and I have to look away in fright. I don't know what else to do. Did you think I wouldn't know what was going on in here? Do you think I'm stupid? I don't know what he's talking about now, but it can only mean that things are going to get a lot worse really fast. Where is he? Huh? Don't you play games with me, young missy? Where is that little street brat? He's not here. Don't you lie to me. Come on out, you little heathen. He isn't here. Goddamn, making her cry? I see how it is. Gone in the nick of time, eh? Do you think that means I'm just going to let you get away with it? No, of course not. This night can only end one way for me, and all I can do is sit here and take it. I give my saddest puppy dog face anyway, even though it never works on him. I raised you better than this. It's time for you to grow the fuck up. Oh my god. To grow the fuck up, Shauna, and until you do, your punishments are only going to get worse. He rolls up his sleeves and takes a step closer. I whimper as I close my eyes and cover my face with my hands. He's just gonna pull them away anyway, but they're raised up there automatically. I feel his hands grab my wrists, and I know it's about to start. Xander. Out. She has to learn. Xander, it's your mother. I'll be there in 5 minutes. You need to come now, she's not breathing. Yeah, sure, I'd love to read the fucking tips. Man, that's the end of chapter 1? What the hell? Yeah, what are the tips? I don't know what the fuck I just said yes to. Okay, cool. Anyways. What do you want? Bianchi? Huh. And just what have I done to deserve such rudeness? You're here, aren't you? So what's that supposed to mean? God damn, everything kind of just shifted into something completely different. It means, Hans, you're a constant thorn in my side. So what do you want now? Huh, you're breaking my heart, Miss Gallo. After all these years, you still think of me as some hapless, evil lowlife, bent on destroying everything I've built since arriving in this godforsaken town, yes. Jeez. Enough with the, falsities? Alright, get to the point. Very well, it is with a heavy heart that I must inform you of a betrayal within your family. What the fuck? Why, you? Please, just wait, I have proof. What proof? These photos were taken outside of the main warehouse just last week. Is your son. Impossible. He doesn't even know about the... This is... Like I says, it seems like your boyo here is trying to go into business for himself, snagging the big guns from old mommy dearest right from under your nose. There has to be some kind of an explanation. He wouldn't dare. It's clear as day. I'm here doing you a favor, taking this to you before the rest of your men find out the truth. Who have you shown these to? Just my boys and whatnot. Look, either you deal with it yourself, or I take these here photos to the others. And just so you know, they ain't gonna let you off so easy like. You bastard. I'm just the messenger. You know what has to be done. Your entire family's name is at stake. Know what I'm saying? Do you honestly expect me to have my own son killed? That's none of my business. Of course, I do expect to be compensated for keeping my mouth shut this long. Of course you do. What is it you want? Just a piece of the Southside operation is all. And if I do nothing, what happens then? Your family loses face, and who knows what else. Maybe the others decide you ain't worth trusting no more. Maybe they decide to take you all down together. And what of my other son? Do you suspect he has anything to do with this? Nah, he's clean as a whistle. Do what you have to do or someone else will. That's all I'm telling you. Do we have an agreement? Yes, Banshee. You can have your cut of the Southside operation. Pleasure doing business with you as always. And good luck. No doubt you'll be needing it. How could he? How could he do this to me, my own son? I know, right? What the fuck? Alright, Ronnie's Shadow. That's chapter 2. I can't believe we actually got through the first chapter. I think there's like 24 or 26 or some shit. So, very, very surprised we got through that. Alright, so it seems like Grandma fucking died. That's great. We are going to, save the game there. I guess that's the quick save. I gotta go into the actual save, like the game told me in the beginning. Well, thank you all for watching, guys. That was actually kind of interesting. I was kind of digging that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was piquing my interest. So, if you enjoyed, you know, leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, but more than anything, definitely check this game out. Definitely go in the description. I left a link to the store page and maybe some other information if you want to check this out for yourself, because I obviously don't know everything about it, but you can definitely read up on what they have to offer for this title, and there will be a sequel. I do know that. And apparently this is all based off of Higurashi from what I was messaged, which was kind of cool. You will probably never see me play that here on the channel for obvious reasons, but definitely got that that dark vibe. And maybe we'll see a little bit more of that if we actually get that far in another episode. I only plan to record one more episode of this, but I guess we'll see what happens. So thank you for coming by, and again, thank you to Crime Opera Studios for giving me the opportunity to record this for you guys, get you guys a little bit of a glimpse as to what's going on here. So I hope you guys check it out. I hope you guys tune in to the next episode. I'll see you guys then. Take it easy.